Good morning, everybody. I'm hoping today will be a very short one. If you watched any of my videos from last week, you know I had a head cold. And I was trying to rally for an event that my daughter, well, we had two events this weekend that we were going to. And I managed to rally for the Saturday one, but I overdid it. And now I have a full-on chest cold. So I could not, I only got to stop by the baby shower yesterday for one of my daughter's best friends. And just to drop off my gift and to say hi. Because I'm not contagious. I've had the same cold for 5 days now. It's just I've allowed it to get worse. Because my daughter and I had an event on Saturday that we had tickets to. And, you know, so it was all day. Lots of walking, lots of... we went to something called GalaxyCon, which is kind of like, you know, like a Comic-Con, but on a smaller scale. And so we went and got to see some celebrities and, you know, shop some fun stickers. And it was a really fun day, but I was on the go from 7:30 in the morning until... I think we didn't get home until 9, and I felt tired, but I didn't feel any sicker than I did the past few days, because by Friday and Saturday, my cold was pretty much okay, but then I woke up yesterday just congested and I did too much. But anyway, so we did get to see some fun celebrities, and we went up because the cast of Scream, which is probably one of my top 10 favorite movies. The guys were there. So the celebrities that played Billy Loomis and Stu Macher and Randy, if you know the movie. And it's my daughter's probably top #1 movie. She's loved that movie since she was too young to have been watching scary movies. And, but it was really cool. We got to meet, like I said, we got to meet Jeremy Renner was there. We didn't meet him, but we did go to his Q&A. And we saw William Shatner and Mike Coulter, you might know from Luke Cage and numerous other things. And my daughter got to meet Kerr Smith, who's from Dawson's Creek and Riverdale, which she loves. So anyway, it was a very fun, but... as you can hear, I'm not doing so well. So this is my Margarete Miller week 33. And I'm just trying to... I have a lot of it already set up so that I can kind of get through this quickly and go back to bed. But I wanted to try and be consistent with my posting. So anyway, so this week we have... Okay, the first prompt is an insect. And I have a couple of butterflies that I'm going to be putting on the page. A fragment of a story or a poem. So I took this. It's something by Carl Sandberg. Out of, there's this magazine that in the U.S. they used to have, I think it was only the U.S., called Cricket. I remember them from when I was younger. In fact, the ones that I got at the estate sale are from like 82, 79. Anyway, this is just a part of a poem by Carl Sandberg. And I'm going to use that. A body of water. Right here we have, I don't know if it's a lake or a big river in this picture. I'm using this picture as a two-in-one. A piece of paper with coffee rings or stain. So I coffee stained that, and I also dripped coffee. And there's this is supposed to be a circle of coffee ring, but it didn't come out quite that way, but that's okay. You can see that I do have it on the page. A pair of something, I've got a pair of bears. I also have a pair of butterflies on these little stickers, but then I also have a third. And then a handwritten signature. I'm going to use this little tiny signature off these rub-ons. All right, so thank you for coming and watching. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers in the last 2 weeks, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for subscribing and watching. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I don't sound like this for too much longer. I slept like 10 hours last night. Took some medicine and yeah, so why are you not coming out, glue? Sorry, I always try and check my glue before. There we go. Before I start my video, but I did not. So yeah, so the GalaxyCon was, I mean, there were a lot of celebrities we didn't meet. We got to see them, but the problem is that the whole point of these is when you go to them, you know, you have to pay the celebrity to have your photo or autograph taken most of the time. So, my daughter's a pretty attractive young lady, and so she had a lot of them just like waving at her. And I'm excited that I raised enough of a nerd that she was, you know, I mean, we went for the Scream stuff, but she loves the Star Wars stuff and Marvel stuff. She's really into that kind of stuff. And so, but she did meet the Matt Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, who play Billy Loomis and Stu Macher from the first Scream. And she was pretty excited by that. She was saying this is one of the best days ever for life. So I'm glad that I could give her that. I went with her, you know, because she didn't want to go by herself. And she doesn't have a lot of friends that are, sorry, I gotta get a wipe to get that glue off of there. She doesn't have a lot of friends that, I mean, friends of hers like stuff like that, but they're not going to go visit them. She wanted to meet I mean, she has like a purse with a ghost face on it, and I did not show her the film when she was young. Her nieces, I mean, her cousins babysat her when she was 3, 4, 5, and she just watched whatever they were watching, and that was oftentimes 90s horror movies. So she's a huge horror movie fan now. Not of what they call, like, what I call torture porn, those awful ones, like Hostile. I don't think she likes that. Hostel, I guess it's Hostel. I don't even think she watches Saw. She likes more of the 90s. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, she went and saw that when it came out just recently, the new one. And that's so funny. 2 seconds ago, I mucked with this so that it would be easy. I thought I could get this sticker off, and it's not wanting to come off. There we go. But yeah, so it was a really great bonding day for her and I. And like I said, when I was there and we were walking around, I felt fine. Like, cause the head cold was just like, I had a little bit of a runny nose. Wasn't a big deal. And then, so waking up like this yesterday was not my, that was not on my bingo card. I thought I'd done pretty well. I'd stayed hydrated. I didn't even have to take any medicine that day to help with runny nose. So to wake up all crazy Sorry, I was thinking I wanted something else. I mean, I don't want to ruin the other signature on there. Who knows when I might need another signature. But I'm just going to put this... It's always interesting to me to try and get some of these prompts to work. So this one is... I know I just wanted to use a tiny signature there. There we go. But I also thought that I should put like field notes maybe. Evidence. About Exhibit A. So the theme is sort of outdoors, you know. Oh, good. I just dropped other. That cough took me by surprise and I dropped my rub-on I was cutting out. Sorry about that, guys. I just thought an exhibit, like some kind of... to see if that's straight. But yeah, my husband's like, go back to bed, rest. Because that's what I did when I woke up with the head cold last Wednesday. I just like took it easy and slept like Wednesday and Thursday. And I felt fantastic. Did some crafting on Friday. Got up early to go. GalaxyCon was in San Jose, which is about an hour and 10 minutes from us. So, got up, got ready to do that, and then, like I said, was feeling super great. And now I've taken a turn for the worse. Yay. And usually, I've mentioned this, I'm sure, in other videos. On Sunday nights, we have dinner with a friend. He comes over. He always comes over for dinner Sunday night, and I had to call and cancel that. But then it turns out that he woke up with a cough and a cold yesterday, and I haven't seen him in 3 weeks because he's been back helping his mom with stuff. So there's definitely, in the U.S. here, a cold and cough nightmare thing going around. So be careful, guys. I want a little bit of, yeah. Let me see something. I feel like I need something right there. Let me just go over these. I had been thinking about putting this, but that's too big. I have here. I did a project the other day where I had to put I just don't have any blue stuff on here. This seems like a weird one to put on there. Let's just put this down there. I'm going to use a glue stick just in case I don't like it, because it's so easy to pull up the glue stick things. It takes a few days to... That's not bad, but I feel like I need another word on there now. Anyway, yeah. So I love doing bonding things like that with my daughter. Because my husband, even though he is a big nerd, comic book nerd, well, not so much now, but he used to do comics when he was younger, and he likes, you know, sci-fi things, but this is not the kind of, he would never go to an event like this, because he went to Comic-Con back, like, I mean, before I met him, and we've been together almost 25 years, back when it was just like a Comic-Con. And that was enough for him. He went with his dad. These dad-mom bonding things to nerd conventions. Geek conventions, I don't know. This one had a lot of anime, which I'm not an anime person, and I'm not even a comic book person other than movies being translated into, you know, like Marvel movies, or I'm not even a DC comics fan at all. So yeah, even though I feel like crap, it was kind of worth it, because got to see some fun celebrities. Yeah, Barry Bostwick was there. Like I said, Kerr Smith, Joey Fatone from NSYNC, who my daughter was like, "Ah!" at him, you know, at some point, but she didn't go over to meet him because we had to wait. If you guys know who Matthew Lillard, he's in Scream, but he's also the voice of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and he's in that new Freddy, I think it was like a horror, and so that came out last year, 5 for Freddy maybe. I didn't watch it yet. So he was probably the most popular person there, even more so than Jeremy Renner. It was very weird. And sorry guys, I was thinking I wanted something kind of here. I guess I can go back in and figure that out at some other point. I think I have a rub on here, but I don't think it works right now. I think I've left it out too long because it's from years ago. Giancarlo Esposito was there, and I just watched him in The Residence. I loved that show on Netflix. He was there. Oh, anyway, so we were there so late because my daughter's, for her to meet Matt Lillard, we had to get one of the professional photos packages. So she got one with him and Skeet Ulrich, even though she'd already met Skeet Ulrich earlier. Because we were talking to people who'd been in line to do the, you know, high signature photo with him, and at 3:30, some guy that'd been in line since 10:30 had finally just met him. So we were like, there's no way we could get, they had to cap the people who could meet him. Anyway, so she did a professional photo with him, and so she's excited by that. Anyway, so even though I said this was going to be short, I've now been rambling for a very long time, I think. But let's go over this. An insect. So I have a butterfly and butterflies there. A fragment of a story or poem. This is right here. It's called Summer Grass. Shoot, sorry, I actually had the thing somewhere that I was keeping so I could say what the title of the poem was. Who knows what I've done with it now. I think it was called Summer Grass. I don't know. A body of water is right here. You may not recognize that as the body of water right away, but it is like a river or a small lake. I'm not sure. a piece of paper with a coffee ring on it. That's behind here. And there's also coffee stains on the poem. A pair of something. There is a pair of bear right here. There are a pair of butterflies right there. A handwritten signature. That is up here on the card. Okay. So that's come out okay. I like to keep these ones like bright and colorful, but this week it did not work out that way. It's very vintagey looking. So thank you for listening to me ramble for, gosh, I can't even tell how many minutes, 23 minutes, 24 minutes. I'm going to head back to bed. I hope you guys have a really wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys in a couple of days, hopefully. Thanks. Bye.